Hi, I'm Tom. This is Lucy, and this is Kitty Help Desk. So today I want to talk for a minute about a product called Feliway. I think that's how most people pronounce it. It's kind of one of those things that's been on the market for a while, and a lot of people kind of wonder how effective it really is. In the use cases that I've experienced, the results have been sort of mixed. Usually when, I want to know whether something works or not, I give it a try. And if I don't find it works, but other people seem to indicate that it works, I kind of start having questions, and the first thing that I do is I go and I look up data and try to see if there have been any studies done on it that have really shown whether it's effective or not. So I went looking for studies about Feliway products, and along the way learned a little bit about how they all work. And they're all based on feline facial pheromones. Say that 10 times fast. Can you say that, Lucy? And those pheromones are placed on objects or other cats or people when a cat rubs them with their face, like that. Just like that. Good job. Good job. And so those pheromones indicate sort of different things. There are 5 facial pheromones that have been identified, and they've been named F1 through F5. And 3 of those pheromones have been linked to particular behaviors. Now, F2 is secreted by males when encountering females who are in heat. F3 is secreted to mark objects. And F4 is secreted when allomarking, which is marking another cat or a person, what we generally refer to as conspecifics. So those have been identified, and Siva Animal Health, which is the company that makes Feliway, makes chemical versions of F3, the pheromone that's used to mark objects, and F4, the pheromone that's secreted when allomarking, like this. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Like that. Good. There's a treat for you. So several studies evaluated this. A lot of them were funded by Siva or were conducted by Siva employees. So that's a big red flag to me. It doesn't mean that the studies are completely without merit, but it does make you sort of look at them with a little bit of side eye, where, okay, let's be very critical of how these studies were conducted and really see if there's anything really to them or if there are chinks in the armor. The idea of Feliway is that you use a diffuser or a spray bottle like these, and you either spray an area where the cat's going to be. In a lot of cases, it's recommended that you spray the inside of a carrier before you take your cat to the vet, that sort of thing. Or you use the diffuser in the home, and they're spread throughout the home, and they treat various areas of the home with this facial pheromone that is supposed to comfort the cats and ease their stress, and thereby they're supposed to reduce urine marking, spraying. Now, all of the studies that have been published on this are kind of all over the map. There are very positive studies. There are sort of neutral studies. There are some that are slightly negative, not completely negative. So what happens in these studies is that, first of all, the studies are not incredibly well built. For example, none of the studies includes double-blind control groups, which is really critical in getting a clear result. So that right there just tells you that, we need more independent studies independent of SIVA that show us whether these are effective or not. But if you look at the whole of all the studies, basically what comes across is it seems like sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And it really, to me, as a reader interpreting this data, it seems that it depends on the cat and the situation. So personally, I have tried using these products when I introduced Lucy into my home and Mina was already a senior and I knew there were likely to be conflicts. I thought, well, this could be a way to sort of ease those conflicts. And using them and then removing them and, doing different things with them, nothing really seemed to have what I would call a definitive effect on the outcome of whether or not these two particular cats got along. Now, it's really important not to mix up a study, a formal scientific study, with anecdotal data like what I just gave you. So my experience in that one case was that, it doesn't work. That doesn't mean it doesn't work in all cases. In fact, there are enough people who are very opinionated about the fact that that these products do work, that, you've got to lend it some credence. But my issue with spending the amount of money that these cost, and I'll put the prices up here on the screen as to what they cost the day I'm making this video, is that, for that amount of money, there are a lot of other things you could do to reduce your cat's stress. I mean, just enrichment of their environment is going to go so much further and last so much longer and cost so much less, because there's not just this continuous need to replenish and buy more. If you buy several cat trees, for example, you don't have to replace those cat trees, every couple of months like you do a Feliway cartridge. So I really feel like the first step, if you have conflict among your cats or your cats are spraying, the first step is really to look towards enrichment of their environment. And I'm going to include a link down below. I've included this link before. I have a fairly extensive post on my website about how to enrich your cat's environment, and all of my recommendations for doing so. And, look at that, go through it, determine what's possible on your budget and in your home, and knock some things off that list and try to make your cat feel better in ways that aren't, sort of iffy. Because in my opinion, the Feliway products, while they may work in some instances, are certainly not a guarantee. Whereas, again, in my opinion, enrichment of a cat's environment is absolutely guaranteed to make them feel happier and healthier and to help them thrive. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.